you got you on your phone right now. We was just talking about phones. Do you check social media and when you check it as a person of influence, we'll call it that? Do you look at all the comments and everything that's written about you in the news and the media?
I don't look at everything. Like right now, I'm on my Instagram page, and I definitely look at my comments. I like to know what people are thinking, what they got to say. Mm-hmm. And so crazy. Like I hope this don't change people's thing. Like if I see like a whole bunch of compliments, like beautiful, I'll read them, but I really scan through them. And I go like to the little paragraphs and stuff to see what people say. Mm-hmm. And I find that, while some people are just looking for attention and they get scrolled right by, there's a great majority of people that's like, yo, this movie inspired me. This music inspires me. Whatever it is that you're doing, keep doing it. Or they'll say stuff like, to see you go from here to here, it made me have the confidence to keep doing what I'm doing, type of thing. Mm-hmm. And I like reading stuff like that because that keep me motivated. Mm-hmm. And it's an exchange of energy where I've inspired somebody through my actions, and now they giving me back that energy and letting me know it, and it gives me the power to just keep moving forward and knowing that it's not just me that I'm fighting for, but it's others too.
I know, because you've been in this in a while. You've been in the game for a while, and I know you came on even before social media.
Oh, yeah.
So even before that, you might have had like the blogs or whatever, say whatever they say. What was that adjustment during the social media age, dealing with celebrity and hate and all that?
I remember stepping into a meeting, because I was signed to Job Records at the time, and they asked me to work this new site. They wanted me to kick it off and start talking to people directly, and I had no idea what it was. And I was like, okay, cool. So I started writing my thoughts and talking to people, and it was Twitter. Mm. And it just so happened that one of the things that I helped pioneer from the very beginning wound up being something that backlash me. Like I was the pioneer of backlash, at the same damn time. It was crazy. I mean, I was one of the first people in social media to be like ridiculed on the level that I was by the entire world, because at this point, like you said, it wasn't just bloggers like Double XL and Source and people that just went into, having a blog site. It became, if I'm sitting in my living room and I'm watching an award show, or if I'm sitting in my living room and I'm watching a sitcom, I'm like, yo, boy, look crazy. And now we got, instead of it being that conversation where you just say it to your family, they be like, yeah, I was thinking the same thing, right? They bugging, right? Yeah. Now that conversation is happening globally. And yeah, I had to deal with some hard times. Like people had some real cruel things to say about me. And, it took family. Like I remember one time I came to my dad and I was just like, yo, I'm really about to like that. And I'm like, I was ready to fight because that's all I knew. That was my circumstance. That was my go-to. If I went through something, I'll fight because I'm going to be respected, right? So it's like my father had to teach me a whole nother level of fighting and a whole nother level of just being secure within myself. He's like, so you're going to go back and forth with somebody that's flipping burgers every day? You're going to go back and forth with somebody that want to do something with their life, but they too afraid to, or they not doing it, so they mad at you because you are? You're going to go back and forth with that? You're going to stop doing what you're doing so somebody else that's trying to take you out of your game could go and pick up the tool and do what it is that you're doing because they're trying to distract you from it so that they can have what you already attained? And I had to grow because I was so like childlike, and I was a kid when I came in. So all of those things, having a strong background, a strong backbone in my dad, because my mom ascended early, 2007, while I was simultaneously putting out an album. Like I was going through a lot, and I think that having that support system really helped me in this social media era to still keep my integrity and to still walk in what I was raised to walk in, and know that it doesn't change no matter what distractions come. So while social media is a great platform for information, for business, you can be a millionaire, you can be a billionaire on your own, and you don't really need the help or the support that you might have needed before because your outreach was different. I remember going to Job Records, going to the building just to talk to people in other countries. Now, if I see an artist, or if I see a DJ, or even a chef I like in London, I could just DM them and just wait for them to hit me back. whether I come to their attention a week from now or a year from now, they'll answer back. And I think that it's a beautiful thing. So just like anything else in life, it's about how you look at it, right? And the reason why I gave such an in-depth answer is because it's so much that comes with things that if you don't give that, then people may not understand the strengths or the pros and the cons of such a platform.
So I'm just gonna speak on it because you mentioned DMs and so I think inquiring minds like to know like how's your DMs, what's your DMs like?
Okay, the way my DMs are set up.
Like, can a guy holler at you in the DMs?
In particular.
Is the question.
I'm getting to it.
All right.
Don't rush me.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm jumping the gun.
Slow down. I like it slow. No, I mean, if I follow you and you follow me and it's mutual, then I can get a DM. But someone could be following me. See?
Look.
That's what I'm saying. Are you still coming through?
DM, man.
Yeah. I don't even like to be honest with you, even if I just start talking to a dude, like if I meet somebody, I'll follow them and they follow me. And if they cool online, like they cool, like just talking to them just with that much energy, then, I'll leave it there for a little while and just see how it goes. And if it's worth having my number, then you can have my number. But I might not even follow you if I don't like you like that. Like if I don't even think you're cool enough to talk to. And so that's the way that goes. I probably got a million DMs that I never see because I don't follow them.
Yeah. Is there a meme that kind of made you chuckle about yourself, like because you probably been memed a few times? You be like,
yeah, I've been memed a few times. So when like the meme where I'm like crying and they have like certain words around them, it's like when somebody in school, and they ain't put no deodorant on, somebody in the class be like, "Who must that's funny because I remember some days I ain't have no deodorant to use. I used to be embarrassed. I was like, nah, that's funny because it resonated. It was real good. But at the same time, I feel like, in order for people to respect you, it's not that you have to be this super serious person or this mean person, but sometimes you gotta let people know they can't play with you a certain way. And in this industry, a lot of people are not built like the guys I know outside. They're not. And the reason why I smile and the reason why I take on to education and speak in the way that I do and articulate in the way that I do and representing the women that I've come from the way that I do is because we're so much more than just the hood and the ghetto. We are intelligent. We're beautiful people, but at the same time, we can be very ugly people and destructive. And I don't like destruction. I've seen some really, really, really terrible things in my life, and it's not things that I enjoy. From drugs to murder to like it's a lot of guys that's really my guys that's doing life. So when people play with me a certain way, it just be like I'm trying to be the good guy. Because if things go the other way, we don't really play like how a lot of people play, But when it comes to, making light of a situation, we do that every day too, Some of the greatest comedians are the biggest gangsters. They'll make you laugh. They'll do the butterfly on you real quick. Clown it, but they don't play. Yeah. So it's like, it's a balance. Like I could think something is funny, but I don't want people to get too out of hand and try to play with me because then it can go left. Gotcha. But I'm a good guy. I've been a good guy this whole time.
That's good. So you got Growing Up Hip Hop, was it season 2.5, season 3, where we at?
Yeah, season 2 into his ass. Season 2B. Ooh, yes, like this is the season to be.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Rappers, man.
Yeah, that's what happens when you play with lettuce. You end up with salad,
Exactly.
It's a fact.
So where we at with it? Talk to us a little bit about that. What's your story arc this year? I mean, this season and a half. I don't know what we at. Half season.
Coming into the city, to work on my album, getting to know people or not wanting to at times, and so it's my first time doing reality TV, so I'm learning a lot. I think I'm gonna see a lot of people talking shit in scenes that they probably never said anything to me about, and I'm probably gonna, because I seen like a little bit of the snippets, but you never know how things get chopped up. I think a lot of people take time to address things in other situations, and when I see it, I'm gonna have to react to it as is in that moment because I don't know, you know how it go. And I also think it's gonna help me to approach the next season a certain way. But I think going in, I wasn't worried about who would say anything about me or what it would. I wasn't thinking about any of that. It's just more so of getting in, working on my music, transitioning from the acting into the R&B. And even though it may be something that's difficult for me to do, I got Kelly Price on the show. She coming in to help me. She's incredible. Y'all already know she got
Oh
pipes.
yeah, come on.
The Wolves Group
Oh yeah.
movie, fire.
Mhm.
I love working with them. We spent 4 days together in the studio at my
Nice.
crib, just chilling.